In today's video, we're diving into one of the most exciting parts of modern American numismatics as we break down the 6 most valuable and ultra-rare Eisenhower dollar coins ever discovered. These are the true treasure and the rarest examples that carry remarkable history, eye-catching details, and surprising market value. If you're passionate about old coins, rare finds, and the stories that make them valuable, you're going to want to watch this one all the way through. First up, we're exploring one of the most fascinating, talked about, and increasingly valuable modern commemorative coins in the United States series. This is the ultra-rare and highly desirable 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar without a mint mark, a coin that continues to amaze collectors because of its historical importance, bold design, and the rising market value that has made it one of the standout treasures of the Ike dollar era. Collectors love it for its patriotic symbolism, dealers prize it for its demand and scarcity in high grade, and investors look toward it as a coin with solid long-term potential. If you've ever wondered what makes this bicentennial Ike such a prized collectible, why people chase rare varieties, and how much this coin can actually be worth in today's market, you're in the right place. To understand this coin fully, you have to step back into the mid-1970s when the United States was preparing for one of the biggest celebrations in its history, the Bicentennial. The country was marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and for the first time since the early 1900s, the U.S. Mint authorized a national commemorative redesign for circulating coinage. The Eisenhower dollar was selected to represent the dollar denomination during this historic moment, and the Philadelphia Mint, responsible for coins without a mint mark, struck millions of these special issues between 1975 and 1976. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a physical reminder of the nation's bicentennial celebrations, a tribute to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, and a snapshot of the patriotic pride that swept across the country during that iconic year. The design of the Bicentennial Ike dollar is one of the major reasons collectors continue to seek it out. On the obverse, Frank Gasparo's portrait of President Eisenhower appears strong, detailed, and unmistakably modern in comparison to earlier U.S. dollar portraits. On the reverse, Dennis Williams created one of the most recognizable commemorative designs in U.S. coinage, the Liberty Bell with the moon in the background. The blending of Revolutionary War symbolism and space-age achievement gives this coin a visual identity that stands apart from anything else in the series. The coin is struck in copper-nickel clad, weighs 22.68 grams, and measures 38.1 millimeters, giving it a bold presence in the hand. Even without a mint mark, the Philadelphia strikes show a range of striking quality, and high-grade pieces display sharp detail, glossy luster, and strong visual appeal that dramatically increase collector interest. While millions of these coins were minted, the challenge lies in finding high-grade survivors. The Eisenhower dollar is a large, heavy coin that saw frequent circulation, and as a result, most bicentennial Ikes from Philadelphia show heavy wear, scratches, dull fields, or contact marks from years of use. What collectors truly chase are the sharply struck, well-preserved, uncirculated examples that avoided the typical damage these big dollars suffered. Add to that the existence of certain varieties, such as doubled dies or subtle reverse differences, and you get a coin with far more depth than the average collector realizes. Rarity in this series is driven almost entirely by condition, and a clean, bright, uncirculated no-mint mark bicentennial Ike is significantly harder to locate than its large mintage number suggests. Demand for this coin has grown steadily, especially as more collectors recognize the historical significance of the Bicentennial series and the special place these dollars hold in the overall Eisenhower dollar lineup. While the Ike dollar series itself is relatively short, the bicentennial issues stand out because they were the only circulating commemorative dollars of the 1970s and represent a major patriotic moment in American history. For collectors who specialize in Eisenhower dollars, this coin is an essential anchor piece. For collectors of modern U.S. commemoratives, it's a must-have. And for new collectors entering the hobby, the Bicentennial Ike offers a perfect combination of affordability in low grades and real investment potential in the rare high-end examples. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much is the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar without a mint mark worth today? Circulated examples generally sell for modest amounts, but the market takes a sharp turn once you move into uncirculated territory. High-grade certified pieces with strong strikes and clean surfaces can easily reach into the hundreds, and rare varieties, or exceptionally preserved Philadelphia coins, have brought anywhere from $1,000 to $9,600 in today's market, depending on grading results and auction performance. These upper-end values reflect the combination of condition rarity, collector enthusiasm, and the powerful historical connection embodied in this commemorative issue. The 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar, without a mint mark, remains one of the most important and impactful modern coins in the United States series. It carries the weight of national history, features one of the most recognizable commemorative designs ever issued, and offers genuine scarcity in top condition for collectors who appreciate long-term value. And now that you've explored its full story, stay with us as we move on to the next coin in this series, where we uncover another rare and valuable piece you'll want to look for in your collection. And secondly, we're going to explore the most valuable and expensive, the ultra-rare 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower Dollar, with the Denver D Mint mark stands out as one of the most fascinating and highly pursued bicentennial issues in American numismatics. Collectors are drawn to it not only for its bold and patriotic design, but for the rising demand surrounding high-grade pieces that continue to surface in the market. This commemorative dollar has become a prized treasure for collectors who appreciate rarity, historical meaning, and visual impact, all wrapped into one coin. Its growing reputation has made it a standout among United States commemorative dollars, captivating enthusiasts who recognize its importance and want to secure an example before values climb even higher. To understand why the 1776 to 1976 D Eisenhower Dollar carries so much weight in the hobby, you have to look at the historical moment that brought it into existence. Minted during America's 200th anniversary, this coin was created to honor the bicentennial of the United States, making it far more than a simple circulating dollar. The Denver Mint played a major role in producing these special issues, striking millions of circulating examples, while also contributing to the limited-run higher-quality versions sought after today. The coin represents a tangible connection to the nation's founding, capturing a moment when the entire country came together to celebrate its heritage, its leaders, and its journey over 2 centuries of growth. One of the reasons collectors remain fascinated by this coin is its striking design. The obverse features the portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, strong and dignified, honoring the general who led Allied forces to victory and later guided the nation as president. The reverse displays the iconic Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a bold and symbolic combination created specifically for the bicentennial celebration. This design sets the coin apart from every other Eisenhower dollar, reinforcing its commemorative purpose. Struck in copper nickel and measuring over 38 millimeters, the coin has a commanding presence, and examples with sharp strikes and clean surfaces show off the artwork beautifully. The D Mint mark adds another layer of identity and collectability, especially for those building complete bicentennial sets. While millions were produced, true rarity emerges when you focus on condition and specific high-grade survivors. Finding a 1776 to 1976 D Eisenhower dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition is far more challenging than most people expect. These coins saw heavy circulation, and many show contact marks, surface wear, and dull finishes. High-grade specimens with smooth fields, vibrant luster, and strong detail become significantly harder to locate. Collectors also keep an eye on minor varieties and sharp strike examples that stand above the average Denver Mint production. This level of scarcity in top condition is what fuels demand and sends auction values steadily upward. Today's market reflects that growing interest, with prices climbing for certified high-grade examples. Depending on grade and eye appeal, a top-quality 1776 to 1976 D Eisenhower dollar can fall into the $1,000 to $8,000 range, with premium pieces standing out for their exceptional preservation. Coins graded at the top of the scale or displaying standout luster often attract intense bidding among collectors who understand how rare perfect examples truly are. The combination of history, patriotic significance, and condition rarity all come together to strengthen its value, making it an appealing choice for long-term collectors and investors watching the steady appreciation of bicentennial issues. For collectors hoping to add this coin to their set, the best strategy is to focus on quality first. Certified examples from reputable grading services will give you a clear sense of authenticity and grading accuracy, especially when searching for high-end pieces. Pay attention to the clarity of the strike, the brightness of the luster, and the presence of clean, mark-free surfaces. Avoid handling coins directly and store them in protective holders to preserve their value. Engaging with collector groups, forums, and auction previews can also help you stay up to date on recent discoveries, market trends, and price movements. This Eisenhower dollar offers a rewarding collecting experience because it brings together history, artistry, and rarity in a way few modern coins can match. It represents a milestone in American heritage while also appealing to those who appreciate strong visual design and challenging condition rarity. As more collectors recognize its importance, demand continues to grow, placing additional focus on surviving high-grade pieces and pushing values upward. Collectors who have followed the bicentennial market over the years know that the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar has quietly become one of the standout performers among modern commemoratives. As more examples are submitted for grading, the gap between average surviving pieces and truly exceptional ones becomes even clearer, driving serious collectors toward the highest quality coins available. This separation between common and elite grades is shaping the long-term trajectory of the coin, with top-tier examples consistently outperforming expectations at auctions and private sales. Each time a new record price is set, it reinforces the idea that this coin is no longer just a nostalgic keepsake, but a respected numismatic asset with strong potential. The combination of limited high-grade survivors, nationwide patriotic appeal, and rising collector awareness continues to elevate its status, positioning it as one of the most compelling modern dollars to pursue for both dedicated numismatists and investors who appreciate a coin that brings history, rarity, and value together in one remarkable piece. The most valuable and expensive United States ultra-rare, the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar, stands as a powerful reminder of the nation's bicentennial celebration and remains one of the most sought-after commemorative issues of its era. Its blend of patriotic symbolism, historical weight, and market strength secures its place as a prized treasure among United States dollar coins. For anyone building a serious collection or looking for a meaningful long-term investment, this coin deserves a place at the top of the list, continuing to captivate numismatists and offering lasting appeal for generations of collectors. And thirdly, we're deep dive into the world of truly rare and valuable coins. We're focusing on a specific and incredibly valuable coin, the ultra-rare Eisenhower dollar coin from the year 1974 without a mint mark. The Eisenhower dollar is a coin that holds a special place in American numismatics, introduced to honor the famed general and president. Collectors often seek the silver-clad versions from 1971 to 1974 or the unique 1976 bicentennial issues. However, the true superstar, the coin that commands astronomical figures, is the elusive 1974 Eisenhower dollar struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but missing its required P mint mark. This was the first year the Philadelphia Mint was supposed to add its mint mark to the dollar, making any coin without it a dramatic and valuable mint error. It represents a fascinating breach in minting protocol, a coin that slipped through the cracks and into legend, turning a common modern issue into one of the great rarities of the 20th century. To understand why this error occurred, we need to look at the history of 1974. The Eisenhower dollar series was in full swing, but it was a period of transition. From 1971 through 1973, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on its Eisenhower dollars, following the long-standing tradition for coinage from the main mint. However, starting in 1974, the U.S. Mint decided to add the P mint mark to all Eisenhower dollars produced in Philadelphia, in part to help distinguish the copper-nickel-clad circulation strikes from the silver-clad proofs and collectible issues. Somehow, amidst the changeover, a small number of circulation strike dollar planchets were fed into presses still using obverse dies from the previous year, dies that lacked the P mint mark. The exact number is unknown, but the result was a batch of coins bearing the 1974 date, but without the new mint mark, a glaring and exciting error for any collector who understands the series. The design of the coin itself is bold and iconic. The obverse, created by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, features a robust left-facing portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, with the word Liberty arching above and the motto, "In God We Trust," nestled in the space between his neck and the date below. The reverse is a stunning adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, depicting an eagle landing on the moon with the Earth in the background, a tribute to both Eisenhower's military legacy and the nation's space achievement. For the 1974 no-mint mark era, the key detail is the space below Eisenhower's neck, just above the date. On every other 1974 P dollar, a small p is clearly visible there. On this rare error, that space is completely blank, a void that tells the story of a minting mistake and creates immense value. When it comes to rarity and survival, the 1974 no-mint mark Eisenhower Dollar is in a league of its own. It is not merely scarce, it is phenomenally rare, especially in high grades. While mintage figures for regular 1974 P dollars were in the tens of millions, estimates suggest only a handful of these error coins escaped the mint, perhaps only 2 or 3 dozen at most. Furthermore, because these were intended as circulation strikes, many that were found entered commerce and suffered wear, scratches, and damage. The population of coins that survive in true mint state condition, with original luster and no contact marks, is minuscule. The major grading services have certified only a small number, with the finest examples representing the absolute peak of condition rarity for the entire Eisenhower Dollar series. Collector demand for this coin is exceptionally intense, and it stands out in the Eisenhower Dollar series like a diamond among pebbles. While the series has other valuable varieties, like the 1972 Type 2 reverse, none carry the aura of mystery and sheer error prominence of the 1974 no-mint mark. It is the key date, the condition rarity, and the premier error all in one. For a specialist in modern dollars or error coins, acquiring this piece is often a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Its appeal crosses collecting genres, pulling in error collectors, modern series enthusiasts, and those who simply chase the rarest of the rare. The demand vastly outstrips the microscopic supply, which is the fundamental driver of its staggering market value. So, what is this coin worth in today's market? The value is entirely dictated by its condition. A worn, circulated example, perhaps graded very fine or extra fine, is still a 5-figure coin, easily fetching between $2,000 and $4,000 depending on the specifics of its surfaces and eye appeal. In low mint state grades like MS60 to MS63, the price climbs rapidly into the $5,000 to $7,000 range. For superb gems in MS65, you are looking at valuations from $8,000 to over $11,000. The finest known examples, those graded MS66 or higher, exist in a realm of their own, with auction records hovering near or exceeding $500,000. These prices reflect not just the metal or the design, but the profound rarity and the fierce competition among a small group of elite collectors to own one of the most significant modern American mint errors. For collectors hoping to find one of these treasures, the approach must be meticulous. First and foremost, condition is everything. If you ever encounter a raw $1,974 without a mint mark, protecting its surfaces is paramount. Even a small hairline scratch can cost tens of thousands of dollars in value. Authentication and grading by a top-tier service like PeaceGS or NGC is non-negotiable. The coin is so valuable and so infamous that certification is the only way to establish its legitimacy and condition. Look for original, unblemished surfaces with full cartwheel luster. The 1974 no-mint mark Eisenhower Dollar is a numismatic paradox, a modern coin with the rarity profile of a 19th century classic. Its importance lies in its dramatic error status, its position as the key to the entire Eisenhower series, and its representation of a fascinating mint oversight. Its appeal spans from the new collector, who can marvel at the story of a simple missing letter creating such value, to the seasoned veteran, for whom it represents a pinnacle collecting achievement. It is a reminder that rarity and history can be found in eras we often consider modern, waiting to be discovered and appreciated. If you think a missing mint mark is a dramatic error, wait until we explore the story of a coin that should never have been struck in a certain metal at all. In our next video, we'll be examining one of the most famous and valuable errors in U.S. mint history, the legendary 1943 copper penny. How did a few pennies escape in the wrong metal during a world war, and what are they worth today? Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that incredible story. And fourthly, we're talking about the most valuable and rare, the most expensive United States 1977 Eisenhower Dollar coin without a mint mark stands as a fascinating and highly sought-after piece in American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its intriguing story and remarkable scarcity. This coin represents the final year of the Eisenhower Dollar series, a collection deeply rooted in mid-20th century history, and its Philadelphia Mint issue from that year holds a special elusive status. For collectors, acquiring a pristine example of this coin is considered a significant achievement, as it encapsulates the end of an era and serves as a prized treasure that is both a historical artifact and a valuable investment, with demand consistently outstripping the available supply in the marketplace. The historical context of this coin is deeply intertwined with the legacy of President Dwight D. Eisenhower and America's space exploration achievements. Minted from 1971 to 1978, the series honored the late President and Supreme Allied Commander of World War II, while the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicted an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, commemorating the first manned moon landing. The 1977 issue, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, was produced during a period of transition, as the larger dollar coin saw declining public use in circulation. Its issuance marked the penultimate year of the series before the introduction of the smaller Susan B. Anthony Dollar, making it a tangible connection to a bygone format of American currency and the closing chapter of a commemorative series born from post-war triumph and space-age ambition. This coin's unique features are iconic and immediately recognizable. The obverse features a bold, left-facing portrait of President Eisenhower, inspired by the official presidential portrait, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" prominently displayed. The reverse presents a majestic eagle descending onto the lunar surface, clutching an olive branch, with the Earth visible in the background, a powerful symbol of peace and achievement. Composed of a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin has a substantial feel with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters. The specific allure of the 1977 Philadelphia issue lies in the absence of a mint mark, a characteristic of coins struck at the main mint, which for this particular date, and in superb condition, contributes significantly to its desirability and visual appeal when found with full, sharp strikes and original luster. The rarity of the 1977 no-mint mark Eisenhower Dollar in high grades is the central pillar of its numismatic appeal. While millions were struck, the vast majority entered circulation, becoming heavily worn, scratched, and dulled. The true scarcity lies in examples preserved in mint state condition, particularly those grading MS-65 or higher. Few coins from the original mint bags were set aside by collectors at the time, as the series was not widely collected in roll quantities compared to earlier 20th century issues. Consequently, finding a specimen with brilliant, original surfaces, full detail on Eisenhower's hair and the eagle's feathers, and absolutely no contact marks is an exceptional challenge. This condition-driven rarity fuels intense competition among dedicated collectors aiming to secure a top-tier example for their sets. The market value for a gem-quality 1977 Philadelphia Eisenhower Dollar reflects its status as a condition rarity. While a circulated example holds minimal premium, an uncirculated coin grading MS-60 to MS-63 might trade in the range of $30 to $100. However, the values escalate dramatically for superb gems. A coin graded MS-65 can command prices between $1,000 and $2,000, while truly exceptional examples graded MS-66 or MS-67 have realized auction prices from $4,000 to upwards of $8,000 in recent years. This substantial price gradient is directly tied to the visual appeal and surface preservation. Coins with radiant, blemish-free cartwheel luster and impeccable strikes achieve the highest valuations, demonstrating how quality overwhelmingly dictates worth for this modern issue. For collectors pursuing this notable coin, several key strategies are essential. Prioritizing professionally graded and encapsulated examples by services like PCGS or NGC is paramount, as this guarantees authenticity and provides a definitive assessment of condition that directly correlates to market value. When inspecting potential purchases, focus on the coin's luster, strike, and surfaces, seeking out those with vibrant, original mint bloom and minimal bag marks. It is highly advisable to purchase from reputable dealers or established auction houses with a track record in modern coinage. Engaging with the numismatic community through clubs and forums can provide invaluable insights into market availability and trends, as opportunities to acquire top-grade specimens are infrequent and often require patient networking. Proper stewardship is crucial once this treasure is acquired. The coin should remain securely in its tamper-evident certification holder, which protects it from environmental damage and physical handling. Storage should be in a stable, climate-controlled environment, away from direct light and humidity fluctuations. It is imperative to avoid any attempt to clean or polish the coin, as even the slightest alteration can permanently destroy its surface texture and catastrophically diminish its value. For insurance purposes, maintain detailed records including high-resolution photographs and the certification number, ensuring the investment is fully documented and protected for future generations. Furthermore, the journey to acquire a pristine 1977 Philadelphia Eisenhower dollar is a testament to a collector's dedication, as securing an example in MS-66 or MS-67 condition often involves vigilant monitoring of major auction houses and cultivating relationships within specialized numismatic circles, where such coins appear only sporadically and generate fervent bidding wars that solidify their lofty market valuations. This specific coin's allure is magnified by its role as a series finale, representing the last of its kind from the nation's mother mint, making it not merely a metallic disc, but a certified artifact marking the conclusion of the United States' last large-sized dollar coin intended for general circulation, a fact that heightens its historical gravity and ensures its permanent appeal to those who appreciate the intersection of American history, minting technology, and the pure, challenging pursuit of numismatic perfection. The most valuable and expensive United States ultra-rare 1977 Eisenhower dollar, without a mint mark, is a compelling numismatic piece that masterfully blends historical significance, iconic design, and formidable rarity in high preservation. It stands as a lasting tribute to a pivotal era in American leadership and exploration, while its challenge to locate in gem condition makes it a centerpiece for advanced collections. More than just a dollar, it is a rewarding pursuit that offers both deep personal satisfaction and strong potential for capital appreciation. As the final Philadelphia issues of the series, these coins represent a finite resource for collectors worldwide, ensuring their status as prized and enduring treasures in the realm of numismatics. And at the end, we're going to explore the most valuable and ultra-rare, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar, without a mint mark, is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance, but carries an aura of mystery that grabs collectors instantly. While most people think of Eisenhower dollars as common pocket change, the truth is that certain ultra-rare varieties from this series can explode in value under the right conditions. The 1978 no-mint mark issue is the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series, which already gives it historical weight. But when you combine that with exceptional condition, dramatic minting anomalies, and extreme rarity in high grades, you get a coin that can command jaw-dropping prices. This is the kind of coin that turns casual collectors into full-time treasure hunters because the potential payoff is so high. What makes this coin even more captivating is how misunderstood it is. Most people assume that because millions were minted in 1978, none of them could be worth serious money. But numismatics doesn't work that way. The vast majority of these coins circulated heavily, picked up scratches, developed wear, and sat in drawers for decades. Only a tiny fraction remained in pristine condition. When one of these ultra-high-grade examples surfaces, it shocks the market. Prices can surge past expectations, and collectors will pay anything to secure one because they know another example might not appear again for years. That scarcity, especially in mint-state grades, is where the unimaginable value begins. Collectors also love the 1978 Eisenhower dollar because of its position in American coinage history. It marks the end of an era, the last large-size circulating silver-colored dollar ever released by the U.S. Mint. After this, the mint switched to the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, and the classic feel of the Ike dollar disappeared forever. This makes the 1978 no-mint mark coin a symbolic closing chapter, a final salute to America's big, bold dollar coin tradition. When a coin carries that kind of historical symbolism, its value isn't just measured in dollars and cents. It reflects the end of a legacy, and collectors will pay a premium to own a piece of that moment. Another reason this coin commands attention is that a small number of 1978 Eisenhower dollars display unusual minting characteristics. These include stronger than average strikes, sharper details around the eagle, and unusually clean fields that hint at early die states. When these rare variations align with outstanding condition, the value skyrockets. Collectors hunt for these special traits because they know they can separate a high-value coin from a regular one instantly. A perfectly struck example, without marks, can change the way you look at coin collecting forever. Demand plays a major role in the rising value of this coin. Eisenhower dollars have seen a surge in popularity over the last decade, especially among new collectors who want big, impressive coins with real historical appeal. The more collectors chase them, the higher the prices climb. This demand is strongest for rare 1978 no-mint mark examples, especially those graded MS-66, MS-67, and even MS-68. These grades are nearly impossible to find, and when they show up, auction houses explode with bidding wars. It's not uncommon for these coins to reach record-breaking prices that leave even experienced collectors stunned. One of the most thrilling things about this coin is the idea that an uncirculated or nearly flawless example might still be hidden in someone's home. It could be sitting unnoticed in an old coin album, a forgotten roll of dollars, or a dusty box from a family estate. That possibility excites collectors because any day could be the day someone discovers a coin worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. These stories fuel the belief that a simple Eisenhower dollar can change someone's fortune overnight. That sense of discovery is what makes this hobby so electrifying. Rarity also plays a major role in the coin's value. While the U.S. Mint produced millions, survival rates in gem condition are shockingly low. Most were mishandled, stacked loose in bank bags, or tossed into circulation. A 1978 no-mint mark dollar with clean surfaces, sharp details, and no distracting marks is incredibly hard to find today. That level of rarity creates an elite category of coins that only a handful of collectors can ever own. And when something becomes elite, the price tag follows. The coin's weight and design add even more appeal. Collectors love how solid the Eisenhower dollar feels compared to modern coins. The portrait of President Eisenhower, combined with the bold reverse eagle landing on the moon, creates a connection to both American leadership and the Apollo 11 mission. This combination of patriotic symbolism gives the coin emotional value as well as financial value. When a coin makes people feel something, demand increases, and the market responds with higher prices. Stories from auction houses continue to boost interest in this coin. Every time a high-grade 1978 no-mint mark Eisenhower dollar shatters a record, the entire numismatic community takes notice. Collectors and investors rush to check their own coins, just in case they own the next big winner. These real-world results show that extraordinary value is not just a possibility, it's already happening. And once a coin starts showing that kind of potential, its reputation grows fast. The growing awareness around rare Eisenhower dollars has also pushed more people to revisit old collections and recheck coins they once dismissed as ordinary. Many collectors admit that they handled 1978 Eisenhower dollars casually for years, never realizing how valuable a flawless example could be. Now, with the market heating up and auction prices climbing higher each year, the search has intensified. People who once ignored these coins are now examining every detail under magnification, hoping to spot that one perfect strike or untouched surface that separates a high-value rarity from a common dollar. This renewed interest has turned the 1978 no-mint mark Eisenhower dollar into a modern treasure hunt. Another reason this coin continues to rise in value is the increasing awareness of condition rarity. Even though millions were produced, only a handful survived in the kind of pristine state collectors crave. While most circulated coins may be worth a few dollars, a truly exceptional specimen, free from bag marks, rim nicks, or dull surfaces, can break price records. Collectors know how unforgiving the grading process can be, especially for a coin as large and vulnerable as the Eisenhower dollar. That difficulty in obtaining top grades creates a sense of urgency among buyers, pushing them to pay more now rather than risk waiting and missing their chance forever. As time goes on, experts predict that the value of the 1978 no-mint mark Eisenhower dollar will continue to climb, especially for coins already certified at the highest grades. Collectors who understand the long-term appeal of last year issues, combined with the nostalgia and historical significance of the Eisenhower series, see this coin as a strong investment. It represents a turning point in American coinage, a final chapter that can never be repeated. As more collectors enter the market and competition stiffens, the coin's reputation grows even stronger. For anyone lucky enough to find a rare example today, the future looks bright because the demand for standout Eisenhower dollars shows no signs of slowing down. In the end, the most valuable and ultra-rare 1978 no-mint mark Eisenhower dollar has all the qualities of a superstar coin: rarity, history, demand, condition sensitivity, and the power to deliver life-changing value. That's why collectors treat it with such fascination. If you have one tucked away at home, it's worth taking a closer look. In today's market, a coin like this isn't just metal. It's opportunity. It's a hidden treasure. And for the lucky few who find a top-grade example, it can be a ticket to unimaginable wealth.